Okay, welcome again. Today it's another day, and today we are going to see about the origin of life. And by starting with a little explanation about the origin of life, it is believed that the Earth was formed about 4.54 billion years ago by physics, and it was formed from the solar nebula. I don't know how I can explain that word, but it was formed from that. That is how it is believed until now. So volcanic outgassing probably created the primordial atmosphere, but it contained almost no oxygen and would have been toxic to human and most modern life. As we know, oxygen is very important. So the Earth that was that we believe it was created 4.5 billion years ago, it did not have oxygen, so it was seemed to be very, very toxic for human life as well as the modern life. So much of the Earth was molten because of extreme volcanism and the frequent collision with other bodies. One very large collision is thought to have been responsible for tilting the Earth at the angle and forming the Moon. Over time, the planet cooled and formed a solid, which was a solid crust, allowing water to exist on the surface. So the first life forms appeared between 3.8 and 3.5 billion years ago. The earliest evidence for life on Earth are graphite found to be biogenic in 3.7 billion years old metasedimentary rocks discovered in western Greenland, and microbial mud fossils found in 3.48 billion years old sandstone discovered in western Australia. So photosynthetic life appeared around 2 billion years ago. 2 billion, you can imagine. Photosynthetic life, I mean the plants that are photosynthesizing. And in those photosynthetic life enriching the atmosphere with oxygen. As we know, among the end products of photosynthesis is oxygen. So those 2 billion years ago, it is where we believe that oxygen started to be present on the Earth. So life remained mostly small and microscopic until about 580 million years ago, when complex multicellular life arose. During the Cambrian period, it experienced a rapid diversification into most major phyla. So as you can see, that is a little bit explanation about the origin of the Earth, not the origin of life. Of course, from the origin of the Earth, and then you can see about the origin of photosynthetic plants, as well as the origin of some of the multicellular organisms. Now we are going to see about the theory of the origin of life. We have so many theories that have tried to explain about the origin of life, but I think we'll have to explain about only 4 theories of the origin of life, which are the following. The first one is the theory of special creation. The second one is the theory of chemical evolution, or we can call it the organic evolution or scientific evolution. And the other one is spontaneous generation, and then we'll have to discuss about the steady state theory. So let us see one by another, starting with the special creation, the theory of special creation. The theory of special creation explain about the origin of life from the holy books, example the Bible and the Quran. So according to this theory, life was non-existent before a particular time when the supreme being, supernatural Father, created all living things, and there was life on Earth. So according to this one, there were no life until the thing that we call God created Adam and Eve. Okay, so these theories are found in the holy books, as you can see. This all different. It explains about all the different forms of life created by God. So we have Christian and Islam belief, and God created this universe, plants, animals, and human beings in about 6 days. If you, for those who are Christian, you can read them in the Bible, as well as for those who are Muslims. Okay, and also we have this theory has 3 postulates. The first one, all different kind of animals and plants were created at once. All different kind of plants and animals were created once, and all organisms were created in the same form in which they exist today. So if you see maybe a certain plant is very big, it means it was created like that ever since it was created. And also their bodies and organs have been designed to fully meet the needs of the environment. So maybe example, as human being, we have the legs, we have the hands. So the legs and the hand were created ever since God created Adam, so that we can meet the needs of the environment. But this, unfortunately, this theory has no scientific basis. We just believe. It's just the matter of belief, but there's no scientific basis. Okay, another theory is the theory of spontaneous generation. The theory of spontaneous generation, in this one, different scientists believe that from non-living matter, living matter developed. In this theory, it states that, some of the scientists believed that some living organisms were originated from the non-living matters. Example, the worms and the frogs, which could have come from mud or rotten food. Okay, and some of the scientists is Aristotle. Aristotle advanced the theory of spontaneous generation, and it dates back to the 4th century. So the theory was applied up to the 19th. Here it is 14th. It is 14th century. The theory was applied up to the 19th century, but it is no longer applied. So the scientists believe that simple organisms like worms and frogs could have arose from mud, dust, or rotten food. You can just imagine. Maybe you have left a certain kind of food, example meat, as you can see here. Meat, you leave it somewhere, and then after sometimes you find the worms. Then where do you think they came from, those worms? So what they believe is some of the living matters and non-living matters can lead to formation of living substance or living organisms. So that means that life can originate from non-living matter. Example, maggots can arise from rotten meat. The rotten meat can lead to formation of the maggots. Okay.